What's up, everyone? It's Hey John, and today we're going to talk about the student loan debt crisis. This is fantastic, only because the Biden administration, they are currently looking at reducing and wiping student loan debt. While this sounds great on paper, and it really does, it helps so many individuals, and you're investing in tomorrow's future. But there are also a couple of caveats that we need to discuss as well, because for every pro, there's always a few cons, and we want to understand what the plus and minuses are. 200,000 student loan borrowers are getting their debt wiped out through a settlement with Biden's education department. This is fantastic for a couple of reasons. One of them being is that these private colleges, they have been very predatory towards students for a very long time. By private, I don't mean your USCs. What I'm referring to is more of the DeVry University, the ITT Tech, the ones where you see infomercials saying, hey guys, if you come here, you can get a degree in 6 months, you come out and make six-figure jobs. When you get into these programs, you pay hundreds and thousands of dollars. You come out, well, there's no guarantee that you will get a six-figure job. You are just a debt slave to that school, because these student loan debts is the one thing that can never, ever go away. It follows you to the end of your days. It can get wiped out by the government, but you cannot file bankruptcy. The only way out is you pay it out to the day you finish paying it out. So now we're seeing over 200,000 students who were taken advantage of, and now the U.S. Department of Education is looking into it, and they're resolving it. And they're basically saying you guys will get your debt wiped because it was unfair the way you guys were treated. And more importantly, we are going to set up a process to alleviate this in the future so it will not become another issue. But currently we're going to see some more hearings in the courts. And on July 28th, it's going to be the day where they get another hearing with a judge. And this is going to bode very well for the students who have been indebted through these predatory lending institutions. And I am very happy and pleased to see this, because education should not be something you go into and you come out and you're saying to yourself, oh my God, what did I get myself into? Education is for society. It actually boosts GDP. It actually makes a positive impact on society. So it shouldn't be monetized the way it's currently being monetized, because without education, we have literally no students with a future. And usually speaking, if you have no students with education, then, well, let's be honest, folks, we all cannot work at McDonald's because there aren't enough jobs in McDonald's. We have to get higher paying jobs. We have to advance society. We have to go into the sciences. And in order for this to happen, we need higher education. And again, this is why higher education should not be monetized the way it is. And these so-called private schools and private institutions, they should be held accountable for their predatory practices. President Biden's decision on student loan forgiveness is coming soon. What that could mean for borrowers. Well, this is fantastic. Currently, the White House is saying, you know what? We will take off $10,000 for all student borrowers. And that will equate to $321 billion wiped off. Now, all you gotta do to qualify for this is make under $150,000 US dollars per year. The average borrower will see about $8,478 of their loan wiped off. And this is fantastic, because at least some of these students are able to forgive some loans, because my gosh, everything else gets forgiven. Why not some education loans? These are the one thing in society that will help society in so many ways. There are folks saying, hey, you know what? This is not enough. So Senator Chuck Schumer, Senator Elizabeth Warren, they're both saying, hey, you know what? We need to go to $50,000 wiped off for student loans. Oh, wow, that's a lot, right? But the current president says, you know what? I have no plans on going to $50,000. That will be up to Congress to decide. And if they wish to do so, hey, you know what? I have no problem signing. It's a takeaway. Now, there are some pros and cons to this. The pros are, you know what? Education is a huge benefit to society. You have more educated people. Thereby, you are able to advance society and create better things. I'm pretty sure we can all agree to that. Some of the cons, though. Well, we are becoming a society that, you know what? If you cannot pay for it, and if you purchased it, that means that the government will forgive your loans. That means that you have no accountability to your loans. And this could be a bad thing for society because it's creating the precedent that, you know what, if you want to buy this and that, you don't have to worry about it, because if you cannot pay for it, you don't have to go bankrupt. We just forgive it and we move on. While I keep on harping that education is great for society, it has to be individuals who actually want to get educated at the same time. Because if you have folks that's doing it just to get a piece of paper and they have no interest in it, it's literally wasting taxpayer money. But at the same time, it is necessary in order to advance society. And as you know, in today's world, we are living in a more and more digital world. So we need more and more information workers. And where do you get this education, typically speaking? It's in higher education. But of course, one day it may even reach the high school level, right? But until then, it's higher education. Leave me a comment down below with how much money you're saving and how much you will save if your student loan debt gets wiped off the table. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to this video because it supports our channel, and I'll see you all on the next one. Shh.